Welcome back to another very cool episode. It is On the Couch with me, right here with Brendt and happy folks Stellenbosch. And today I've got another awesome guest. The man speaks 5 languages, wine connoisseur, and also entrepreneur, Chim.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for joining me, man.
Thank you, Mr. Brendt. Thank you for inviting me here today. Much highly appreciate.
Yeah, you've got such a cool story. Born and raised, of course, in Congo. You speak 5 multiple languages. You are making waves here in the wine industry. Chim Wines, to be precise. But we're going to get to Chim Wines now. What was it like growing up in Congo? And of course, was it always the big dream to come down to South Africa?
So what was it growing like in Congo? In Congo, most people like growing up as a child, we envy to be a business people. We don't envy to be like educated and go work for people. Like 80% of the Congolese people, they just want to work for themselves.
Yeah.
So that has been always my dream to grow up and be somebody standing on my own. So when I grow up, the opportunity in Congo is very limited in terms of like raising your hands up there, especially if you come from poor background. Like some of us, we come from poor background. So when you come from poor background, to raise your hands up and make it in life in Congo is not easy. So therefore, I had to look outside of Congo. Like, where can I like achieve something better than what is offered in Congo in terms of success? And then South Africa was one of the countries I thought of. And yeah, that's how I came to South Africa. Growing up as a child, it was always a challenge. But God willing, we came out of it, can blazing, and then came to South Africa and choose different journey.
And then, of course, you're doing so great now here in South Africa, in the Stellenbosch region, Western Cape.
Correct.
Chim Wines, you know, can you take us through? How did Chim Wines start?
So Chim's Wine Tasting Event is a company which is owned by me. So how did the Chim's Wine Tasting Event company started? I have been in a wine tasting room management position for more than 10 years, almost 15 years now. I want to be able to mention like a way I worked before, just to like, I don't want to do free marketing, but you know very well where I have been a manager before. And being a manager, I figured out like it was very challenging to sell a wine locally and internationally. So I brought the ideas to the owners and the general manager of the wine farms that I worked before. I was like, how about we do wine tasting, but we do it differently. We do wine tasting, we have like cameras, we put it in YouTube, we put it in TikTok, we put it in social media.
Yes.
More for like trying to attract more young wine consumers. And then the wine farm owners, they were like, no, there's no budget for it. Plus, we don't have too much employee, so that is not going to work. And then that's when I decided, like, you know what? I would rather take this idea and introduce it to myself and then go out of it. So that's how Chim's Wine Tasting Event company came. It came from me trying to market other people's wine where I was working as a manager so that my department can make money. So if your department doesn't make money as a manager, it's your fault. The owner doesn't want to hear any excuses. So I tried to make sure my department make money, but for instance, they didn't give me what I want. So that's why I was like, you know what, I'm going to take this idea and make it my own idea. So I'm going to book a venue. So that's what I do with Chim's Wine Tasting Event. I book a venue. I go to wine farm. I'm like, listen, I'm hosting wine tasting event. Would you like to come showcase your wine at my event? And then they will be like, okay, cool, no problem. So, and then they come showcase the wine at my event. So that's what I do.
What do you like the most about the wine industry?
The wine industry, what I like the most is that it gets to you to interact with a lot of people from worldwide.
Yes.
Like, I was born in Congo. I grew up here in South Africa. But let's say if I have to go to US, if I have to go to Germany, I don't need to sleep at a hotel. I got people all over. So wine industry gets you to interact, gets you to meet different people globally. So that's one of the things I like about wine industry. It's opened a lot of doors, locally and internationally.
And I'm pretty much sure you've met so many people the past couple of years because I've journeyed with you.
Yeah.
We've been in Stellenbosch as a DJ, of course, at Chim Wines, which is, by the way, phenomenal.
Yeah.
And you have to come and try it.
Yeah.
Stellenbosch, we've been in Cape Town as well.
Yeah.
You mentioned as well going to Johannesburg soon with Chim Wines.
Correct. So like next year is looking very interesting. I think next year is going to be one of my busiest year in terms of Chim's Wine Tasting event. So I'm busy planning an event in Germany. I'm busy planning an event in Nigeria. I'm busy planning an event in Centon. I'm busy planning an event in Kems Bay. I'm busy planning an event in Waterfront. And I'm also busy planning 3 days events in Stellenbosch, in the Gutenberg Stadium.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, so I'm busy trying to bring a 3 days wine tasting event in the Gutenberg Stadium in Stellenbosch.
Who's your biggest inspiration when it comes to the wine industry in the business world, and why?
So I feel like my biggest inspiration in the wine industry, I will say is myself. I don't have a person in the wine industry. I say I look up to this person. Because I feel like when I came into wine industry, I came with a vision. I came with a plan.
Yeah.
I came with something like I would love to achieve these things. Because my thing is that when I came to wine industry, I want to bring something different in terms of marketing that has never been there before. On the 26th of October, this last month, I hosted a wine tasting event at the Grand Africa Beach Cafe in Waterfront in Cape Town. I had more than 500 people there.
Wow.
Everybody who was there, they say, man, this is event none than ever before. Like if you go to my Instagram, the comment is there, it speaks for itself.
Yeah.
So my biggest inspiration, I feel like, is myself, because I want to bring something that has never been there before. So every day I wake up, I challenge myself with new ideas and how to improve the company.
Phenomenal, Chim, and you inspire me to go also for bigger.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty much sure that in the near future, which is leading to my next question, you'll probably have a wine tasting, a Chim wines on planet Mars, or maybe on the moon, or maybe in another galaxy.
So,
but it's leading me to my next question.
Correct.
What is the grand plan for Chim Wines in the next 5 to 7 years? What is it? Because you did mention Santon, you mentioned Camps Bay, you also mentioned Germany as well.
Yeah.
But apart from all these, visiting all these amazing countries, what is the other grand plan maybe as well? Maybe owning a wine farm?
Yeah, no, definitely. That is another plan I'm having, because I saw the things wine farms does, and I see what they're doing right. Like 95% they're doing it right. That there's 5% which they're not doing right. So I want to create something that 5%, I want to bring it at least 3% in. So I want to own my own wine farm. If you go to my social media page, in my Instagram page is Chim's Wine Tasting Event. So it's CHIMS and then wine tasting event. There's a design already, which I already designed with the Chim's Wine label. So I'm already planning to release my own wine label. If not next year, definitely after next year. And another plan is to own my own wine farm. Because I feel like as much as I get wine farm to come promote their own wine at my event, I still feel like there's few things wine farm could have done differently, which I feel like with my own wine farm, I can do better. So in the next 5 to 10 years, I'm planning to have my own wine farm. And I have a lot of marketing ideas in terms of how to promote South African wine. Because I feel like in South Africa, we make some of the best wine ever. But it's not that much well marketed enough to the rest of the world. That's why you see certain countries, they're claiming #1 spot in terms of producing quality wine. Because they make a lot of noise out. They've managed to market their wine nicely. But us, I feel like South African wine farm, we have to come together and try to promote South African wine as a unity. We're still so diverse. We're still so separate in terms of marketing ideas. If you go to that wine farm, they do their own way. If you go to that one, they do their own way. And also what I noticed is that with a lot of wine farm, what they're doing very nicely lately, they're putting young people in the marketing department. That is something I saw South African wine farmer doing greatly now. You need to put young people in the marketing department because they bring young ideas. With no disrespect to anybody, you can't put someone who's like 55 years old in the marketing department. You understand? He used to certain way of thinking. But when you put someone who's like from 40 years below in terms of marketing, that person is in the field. He understands the young generation, what they want to drink, what they used to, and what they're looking up to. That is something I fought kind of had with disagreement with one of the wine farm I used to work when I was a wine tasting room manager there. I told them we need to take students to come do wine tasting here. They said,
Yeah.
no. We don't want student here. This is not a student. We're not
Market.
targeting a student. We're targeting more mature corona people. I'm like, okay, if you don't want, because as you know, Stellenbosch, there's a Stellenbosch University.
Yeah.
A lot of students on the weekend, during the week, they go to wine farm for testing. Now, if you don't target this student now, in let's say 5 to 10 years, this student are going to graduate. When they graduate, they're going to get married, they're going to have children.
And they will come back.
Correct. Eventually, those students, they will become a parents, they will
Yep.
become a mature. So if you discarded them now, you as well, your marketing strategy is not going to work very well in the next coming years. So you need to work with anybody now.
Yeah.
But for some reason, some of wine farm, they still stuck in these ideas that students are not our marketing strategy.
Yeah.
But with me, I come with this idea. If you see with my wine tasting event, I target everybody. I go to UCT, a radio station, I promote my event. I go to Stellenbosch radio station, I promote my event. I go to my event recently. It was at Waterfront Billboard. It was at Cape Town Tourism Office. It was at the Cape Town Magazine.
Yeah.
My event is all over social media. So we need to target everybody and excluding of nobody. So in the next 5 years to 10 years, to answer the question, I would most definitely love to have my own wine farm. That way it will help me to implement the ideas easily without me have to ask a wine farm or begging them to implement the ideas that I feel like it can be useful in
Yeah.
the wine industry.
Absolutely phenomenal. While Chim is also big in nature.
Yeah.
You know, you can clearly bench here, I think, probably 200, right, Chim? Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
What is the chemistry like being a wine connoisseur, entrepreneur, and, you know, going to the gym as well, working out?
Man, I'm
What
telling
do you learn?
So I used to go to the gym before I implemented my company. I used to go to the gym like 4 times per week. Now, if I'm lucky, it's 2 times per week. So what is happening is like what I learned about life, you need to have discipline. And you need to have daily routine.
Yeah.
You need to stick to what you believe in, and you need to stick to what you know. And the challenge I've been having, because I'm a father now, I have 11 months old baby. So it's more like I have to balance gym, my companies, because I have also just opened a tour guide company. So the name of my tour guide company is called Chim's Tours.
Okay.
So like when people come to Cape Town, they can contact Chim's Tours. It's all over the website and stuff. And then I show them around. So I try always to balance the gym and my personal life and my business life, which is not easy. But how I balance it is based on discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline, consistency, always waking up, having a daily routine, knowing like from this time to this time I have a meeting. From this time to this time I have to go to the gym.
Yeah.
From this time to this time I have to spend time with my family. From this time to this time.
Time management.
Time management.
Yeah.
Correct.
And then, Chim, thanks, man, for joining me this morning. And one more question to wrap up this awesome chat. You've got such a positive energy.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Your word of encouragement for any upcoming young entrepreneur that would like to start his own business.
Okay. This is something I would love to tell to any upcoming young person out there. Anybody who should be watching the interview. If you are surrounded by a people who keep on telling you that, man, you can't do it, it's impossible, you must cut that people out. You know my story. I started in the bottom. And that is the thing most young generation mistake they make. They want to start at the top. I started in the bottom, very bottom. Remember coming from Congo.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Correct. Starting from the bottom, now we're here. Remember, I come from Congo. Congo is a country that is French spoken. Now you're coming to English spoken country. When I came to South Africa, the only English word I knew, it was good morning.
Wow.
I didn't know anything else.
Now you speak fluently.
Correct. I had to work the lowest job in South Africa you can think of. And when I meant lowest job, is not security. Security is the highest job. Because security, you need to communicate with your boss.
Yeah.
I worked the lowest job you can think of in South Africa. I worked as a runner in the restaurant, carrying the food because I could communicate. Today, I own a company. So the advice I want to give younger generation out there is that do not blame your parents for your own failure. And do not limit yourself because you come from poor backgrounds. The fact that you come from poor background, it doesn't mean that you're going to die poor. Your parents give you what they could. The rest is in your hands to try your best and make your parents proud. They tried, it's not their fault. Maybe back then the technology was not fast as now. So you have much opportunity. There's TikTok now. There's Instagram now. Back then there was no TikTok, there was no Instagram.
Yeah.
We are, the younger generation now, we are exposed to a lot of opportunities. Do not blame your parents for your own failure. Always wake up every morning, tell yourself that I can do better today than what I did yesterday. That's what I do myself. I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
Whenever I host my wine tasting event, I always want to go bigger than what I just hosted.
Yeah.
My last event, it was on last year, it was in September at the Protea Hotel Breakwater Lodge in Waterfront. You were there. And then in that event, I remember telling you and the other guest who was there that next year, I'm going to double amount of the people who are here.
Yeah, yeah.
And this year, I did exactly that. And I'm going to tell you again now, next year, I'm going to double. I'm going to even triple it. Exactly. So that's how I do it. You need to challenge yourself because at the end of the day, you only have yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
God give us this platform. Life is like a field. We're all in the field to play. It's up to you to choose how you play.
Yeah, yeah.
If you play, you feel like you are tired, you rest on the bench. Do not blame someone else who keep on going on and on, even though he's tired. You understand?
Yeah.
So never limit yourself. Keep on pushing. That's the advice I can give people. And one thing in life is that if you try, you fail. Know that failing, that means opportunity to try again. Failing is opportunity to try again. It's not the end of the road. When I started my company, I was begging a lot of wine farm to come promote the wine at my event. As we speak, wine farm are busy calling me to come promote the wine at my event.
Awesome,
So
man.
starting is always hard, but as soon as you are there, you will see the doors start opening.
Phenomenal. Wow. Positive words from my guest today. Chim, I want to wish you all the best with 2025, of course.
Absolutely.
That is approaching. Heading into a brand new year. I'm wishing you all the best, man. And I'm pretty much sure that Chim Wines is going to go from strength to strength, from glory to glory.
Absolutely. Watch out next year.
Watch out next year for this man. He's conquering already. Well, that's a wrap. Another very, very cool story right here at Happy Folks Stellenbosch. We're going to have a bite or two. Stay tuned. Well, that's another wrap at Happy Folks Stellenbosch. Great food, great entertainment. Catch you again for another cool episode.